All right. Yes, I saw that. Beautiful yogis. Awesome. Yes, it's the joys of practicing at home. Okay, well, welcome, my friends. So I just want to start this way, that we are in the energy of solstice right here and right now. And today is the 18th. Solstice actually will occur on the 20th, even though, we said the 22nd is peak solstice. But it begins on the 20th, and it appears that the sun will almost stand still for 3 days. So it'll start moving again on the 23rd, 24th. I want to say 24th. But even right now, if you're on your weather app and it tells you sunrise, sunset, and you start looking at the times that the sun is rising and setting, it's pretty much stays the same. So we're entering into the sacred pause. So this is the time when the sun is at its highest. And if we were living in the North Pole, the land of the rising sun, where they will not have darkness during this time, as they are at the peak. And so that's potent energy to begin with. That's super high energy. And there's like beautiful stories connected to that, ancient stories. And I'm not going to go into it, but there is a star in the sky named Sirius, named for the son of the sun. And Sirius right now is like also in like a place that is affecting our energy levels. Plus Mercury has gone retrograde yesterday and Venus goes retrograde tomorrow. And we have a solar eclipse happening on the 22nd, I believe, plus the new moon on the 22nd. So that is a lot of potent, powerful energy happening. Okay, so this is going to be a grounding practice. Came by request, but it had already been planned to really drop in to all of this and to take that time of sacred pause. So when I send out these emails, I think, last one I said, enter sacred space. And you know it, I know who's here. You get on your mat, it's like, okay, this is my time. This is the sacred pause. So in this practice is just gonna honor all of that. So anything you're feeling, it's nice to kind of journal, if you're someone who's feeling a lot, bring that in. And then I'll just share with you the card I chose for us from my moon deck. And it is the spider weaving his web. I am the weaver of my own reality. I love that. I could take that too, to say I'm the scribe of my life. I am the one who decides which way I'm gonna go. I often say to manifest your dreams too, to get clear. I am the weaver of my reality. I am the flow, I am the ebb. We are the weavers of the web. And so with that, take your hands together in front of your heart. Inhale and lengthen yourself tall. As you exhale, close your eyes, bow your chin. And take a moment here. You can let the space between your hands open a little bit. Feel your shoulders. Maybe you can release them. Notice the fluttering of your eyelids. If they're moving a lot, directly linked to the motion of your ocean in your brain. And then start to feel your breath. Feel it move through you. Feel the quality of your breath. And then ask yourself, where can I soften? And drop into that invitation. You enter this sacred pause. Whatever you were doing before you arrived and whatever is going to come after, be here in this sacred pause. You feel your breath, feel your tension, and feel your presence. I am here. We are the flow. We are the ebb. We are the weavers of the web. We are the flow. We are the ebb. We are the weavers of the web. Make one more full breath in, full breath out. And just as the sun moves from winter solstice to summer solstice, as you begin your next inhalation, imagine that is the lifting of the sun, and then pause there at the top in that sacred pause. And as you exhale, imagine summer solstice to winter solstice. And if you can pause there at the bottom, do that, and then just take this breath. Inhale right to the top and you pause. And exhale and pause. And inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Pause. And we'll do one more. Inhale. Exhale. And then pause again. Just feel into what's changed and what's shifted. And then join with me and heart, and we'll Om together 3 times. Inhale. Bow your chin, place your hands on your thighs, lift your chin and open your eyes. We're going to start on your backs, and you're going to take your blanket if you have one. Okay, I'm just going to rescue a puppy for a second.
Oh my gosh.
Other side.
How did you get over there?
Okay, so take your blanket and we're going to make it into a torso size so that, let's see, like something like this. So that when you lie on it, maybe you have your hips on it, but for sure you have your shoulders. That's the most important. So your sit bones might be on the ground. And then if you need some support for your head, then grab another blanket. And then come to lie on your back. Okay, all right, 1, go, go, go. Go see. All right, and I'm just taking a few moments again in this pause. Once you get here, just feel and just notice if you have your legs bent or straight. Either is fine. Just notice what you've done. And then with your legs bent or straight is fine, but take your hands, rest them on your belly or your side of your ribs, someplace here. And then let a full breath in, hold it, pause, and really let it go like a big sigh, like ah. And let's do that again. Nice full inhale. Hold it. And release it. And then staying as you are, just turn your head all the way to the right. And you're actually going to pick it up as you turn to the right And then even take the back of the head more to the left. And then just take a few moments here, breathe. If you have your knees bent, you might make the feet a little wider and drop the knees towards each other. And then just come back to that exhalation as a way of almost dropping the shoulders, tension in your jaw, let the mouth open. And then you can inhale, you might lift your head up to bring it back, put the back of the head on the floor, and just be here in the sacred pause for a few moments. Just feel if that hasn't done anything. You maybe feel the right side a little softer. And then lifting your head up and turning it to the left. And again, just dropping into that for a few breaths. So you take the back of the head more to the right, turn it to a place where you're doing a big shoulder check. And feeling into your breath. Yeah, you want to move the knees? Okay, I'm just going to move the copies. Good. And take one nice big breath in and sigh it out. And then you can bring your head back to center. And again, just entering into the sacred pause. Just feel. Allow the breath to release from your mouth, your shoulders. Nice. And then if you have your legs bent, stretch them straight out. And as you inhale, reach your arms up and over your head. So you have the backs of the hands on the floor and the legs extended. And we just can get some nice breath into the side ribs. So you could just stay like that and breathe. But if you feel like moving a little bit, you can extend one leg and that same arm at the same time. And then you'll do the other. So that you're pressing the left foot away and reaching the left arm a little bit more, and then doing the same with the right. So we're going to stay here for 5 breaths, so you can move it or just be. And imagine, you know, as if you're standing, the energy can flow through the feet, through the body, and out through the fingertips, and down the opposite way. And so as you begin this next inhalation, extend arms and legs in opposite directions. And as you exhale, bring your arms back down by your sides and keep your legs like that. Let them just rest or rebend. And just feel the energy moving, the breath expanding. And feel yourself as flow and as ebb. So those are words we use for the tides of the ocean and for the cycles of the moon. The flow and the ebb. And so we move into new moon with summer solstice. We're honoring, this is a sun holiday or a solar part of its journey around. So we honor that and the moon journey. Okay, and then bringing your hands back to rest on your body if they're not there. And rebending your legs, placing your feet on the floor, and we're going to come to windshield wiper. So you can open the feet apart, and you can even go wider than you normally do if you wish. And then just begin to rock the knees side to side. And you can even feel like, you know, releasing the flow and the ebb here. And you feel free to make it deeper too. So as the knees drop to one side, maybe the feet anchor and they push the ground towards the side the knees aren't on, and the hip can lift. So you can make it a little deeper. Just feeling in whatever you've got and what you've brought. That's it. And then just finishing off on the side you didn't start on. And keep the feet where they are, that far apart as you bring the knees up. And we're going to keep the left knee, left foot anchored to the floor. And you're just going to take the right knee. As you inhale, you drop the right knee down to the inside. So both feet stay on the floor. Just the right knee is going to drop to the inside of the left foot. And then you can pick up just the right knee, leave the left knee alone, and drop the right knee out to the right. So it's just, hey, shh. It's just that, quiet. It's just that knee that's moving. The left knee stays as much as you can, center, left foot stays on the floor. Okay. And just do 2 more. Just moving the right leg. And the next time the right knee comes into the inside of the left foot, just start to flex, keep it there, and flex your right foot a little bit. See if you can anchor the knee down a little bit more. So you're actually really rotating into the inner hip. And take a full breath in and out, like that. Yeah, and then we're going to drop the left knee out. So keep the right knee where it is, just drop the left knee out. So both knees now are to the left. Yeah, both knees are to the left. Good. Okay, so from here, my friends, if you feel it's okay for you to put the left ankle on top of the right knee, we're going to take that. And if that gives you knee pain, you don't do that. Maybe you spread your toes. And then you can reach your arms over your head, take the left hand, grab hold of the right wrist, and you give that a pull. Now, if you're very close to the wall, I'm watching hard, he's very close to the wall. So bend your elbows, grab hold of the opposite elbow. So the left hand holds the right elbow, you kind of pull that. And then you can also extend from the side waist out through the hip and out through the right knee. Okay, and you can work this as much as you want. You know, you really can be working, or you can also just be resting. Whatever you're doing, you're aware of the flow, the ebb of your breath, the rising and the falling. So without summer solstice, there's no winter solstice. Without winter solstice, no summer solstice. And the equinox in the center. Take one more full breath in, and this time as you breathe into the fullest, pause here, smile, and then as you release the breath, you can release your arms, you can release your legs, and bring your knees back up. And then just rest, let the knees touch maybe, take your hands back onto your body, feel your breath. Okay, if you need to adjust yourself on your blanket, if it's moved or you feel you need support for under your head, right? If we were in the same space, I would be doing that. So here you do that for yourself, what you need. Good. Okay, and before we do the second side, we're just going to come back to windshield wiper a few times. You know, however you want to do that, nice and slow, or just waving side to side. And just feeling into your hips. You know, this is a potent pose. You're actually you're rolling your back, you're twisting, you're opening. It's not difficult, but there's a lot happening. Good. And then as you're ready, you'll bring the feet to the floor and the knees up. Okay, maybe pigeon toe your feet a little bit, and you can walk your feet farther apart if you like. We keep the right foot and the right knee where it is. And as you inhale, you can stay as you are. As you exhale, take the left knee down to the inside of the right foot. And then inhale up and exhale, drop that left knee out. So you're moving with your breath, just moving the left knee in and out, just feeling whatever that is. Yes. You can add your feet, so maybe the left foot is engaged. Sadie, look at mommy. Good. Nice. And let's do one more, just taking it out and in. And the next time it comes in, you're just going to stay there. You just kind of hold it in. Take a breath. I didn't do this on the other side, but you might even cross that right knee as if it wants to cross over the left thigh. So your legs don't move. The feet don't move. you just press that right knee into whatever part of the left leg it touches, like almost like you want to cross your legs without moving your feet, if that makes sense. And then to release, you keep the left knee in, just drop the right knee out to the right side. Yes, good. And then once you're there, you take the right ankle on top of the left knee, and take your arms over your head, and the right hand grabs the left wrist, or the right hand grabs the left elbow, whatever you need here for space. And then just breathing into the space you create. You weave the web, within you. And connect yourself to yourself. So you feel your breath moving. You can add dynamic action. Imagining your waist as center point. You extend out through the knees and out through your arms. Yes. And as you begin this next inhalation, inhale to the top. Take the sacred pause. And then exhale, and you can release the legs, the hands. Again, if you want to stretch your legs long here, you can. Rest your hands on your body with your eyes closed, your jaw soft. Feel into what you have released. Feel the ebb. Feel the flow. Good. Okay. And then from here now, I'm going to have you bend your knees, place your feet on the floor. And if you have your block or your blanket, you're going to take that in your hand and we're going to put it on baby bear. Even if you love going on your block on the highest height, we're going to start on the lowest height. So you'll put that block underneath your sacrum and you'll rest on it. So there it is. And then feel what that is for you. It's going to take a few moments. This is a very grounding pose. We have the hips higher than the heart, maybe, depending on your own physiology, but definitely we have heart and hips above head. So if you put something underneath your head, you might be able to take it out now. And then just be here. Just release yourself. Feel your breath. And then with the feet on the floor, they don't really have to move that much. You're going to come back to your windshield wiper. It's very different because we have this lift, so it might be very small. You see how it goes. Just moving yourself a little bit and feeling how the block is. If you need to adjust it, it probably needs to move down if it doesn't feel good. Yeah. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. And then as you're ready, you'll just bring the knees up. And this time we keep the feet on the floor. And you're just going to press the right knee as if it's moving to the back of your mat. And then it comes back and the left knee can extend forward. So it's really a little bit of a hip walk. You push one knee forward and then the other. So the hips are moving a little bit. Just kind of feel into that on your back. Okay, and then after you've done that a few times, you're just going to drop in. We're on the lowest height. If you want to extend your legs with the heels on the floor, you can give that a try. If it feels good, great. If it doesn't, great. Rebend and just be wherever you need to be. If you want to extend your arms over your head and just breathe into the space you are creating, and just be with that. Just feeling your rising of the breath. Maybe you rest in the sacred pause and then exhale, resting in the sacred pause. Let's move with the cycles of your breath. As we honor the cycles of the sun and the cycles of the moon and the cycles of your life, cycles of your yoga practice, the cycles of your presence. Good. Okay, we'll take one more full breath in. And pause. Exhale. And then you'll rebend your knees. Now notice which leg wants to go first. If you can do your non-dominant first, then you get brain points. Good. So both feet to the floor. Good. Okay, so from here, I'm going to have you bring your right knee into your chest. You interlace your fingers. If you need to use your strap, grab your strap. And then as you pull this knee in, you can arch your back a little bit. And then you can extend the left leg long, and it doesn't have to be on the floor. It can just be straight out as you press out through the heel, like you're almost balancing on the block. And, oh, I forgot you guys brought a blanket. I hope it's oh, yeah, it's okay. Okay. So extending through your heels, breathing. And then bring the left knee in. So you have both knees in as you change the interlace of your fingers. You grab that left knee and extend the right leg. And again, the heel can be on the floor or it can be lifted. You're extending through your heels. It's actually very different if I put the heel on the floor and I extend it. So try both. Smile. Good. And then we'll release. You can set both feet on the floor or stretch them out. Good. Feel this. And then we're going to come off the block. So you can lift your hips, take the block out. And then just be here, hands resting on your body. Maybe you're in basic resting pose. That's feet wide apart, knees touching. Or you can extend your legs. And just feel. Good. Okay, so before we move on from here, take a full breath in. Pause at the top. And then exhale. Okay, we're going to bring both knees into the chest. And you can put your hands on your knees or on your shins. Just hug them. Hug them in. And you can just gently move them in and out a few times. Just feel that it is a massage for your low back. Okay. We're going to start to circle the knees, and we're going to do it with the hands on the knees to start. So you might have your feet flexed a little bit. You might have the knees touching. Just slide the knees over to one side and then roll them around. So the hands can almost be driving, but the knees are really doing the work. The hands are just there. So you get the motion of your ocean as you just find these little circles. And then reverse and cycle in the opposite direction. So you are massaging your low back. You can actually feel maybe the imprint of the triangle of your sacrum. Good. And then bring your knees into your chest. And you might even now interlace your fingers over the knees or grab your wrists or opposite elbows if you can get there. Tuck your chin in a little bit. And breathe into this restricted space so that you feel your breath is a little restricted. But you're smiling and this child's pose on your back. And you might even open your mouth as you exhale. Let's take one more breath. And then we'll release and you can let your feet come to the floor, stretch your legs out. You want to reach your arms over your head for a few moments here and just be here into this release of energy. And, okay. And so if your arms are over your head, bring them down by your sides, palms down. We're going to bring the knees into the chest. So the hands are going to stay on the floor. You might take the arms out a little bit wider if you need to. Flex your feet. I'm going to move my ankles in line with my knees. And then you try and keep your knees together, but if that doesn't happen, it's okay. And we're going to start to cycle or circle these knees. You're going to make a circle shape. So it's bigger than what we did before. And you can feel the inhale and the exhale. Yes. So smile, so it's not so serious. And then reverse it and start to cycle in the opposite direction. Okay, and then just bringing your knees in. We're going to take this to twist. So you're just going to drop both knees over to the right side. You need to put a blanket there, or you can even put your block in between your knees or underneath the right knee, whatever you need. And then you can turn your palms to face up and turn your head to the left. And just taking a few breaths here into this do nothing. Receiving the support of the floor beneath you. Really feel into that. I am held. I am supported. Notice any tension in your third eye space. And maybe you smile, let that soften. And before we leave this, just become aware, even take your right hand, you might even just touch your heart space or your belly. And just feel the breath. Take a nice full inhale. Feel the path of your breath. And a full exhale to release it. Just do that 2 more times. Nice full inhale, and you pause there. Feel where the breath is filling. And 1 more conscious breath. Good. Okay, and then you can release the right hand back out, turn the palms down, bring the head to center, and then lift your knees up. Prepare your space on the left side, and drop your knees over. And I have my block between my knees. If that sometimes can be really nice, you put it underneath the left knee. Once you're here, turn your palms up. Turn your head, like mindfully, the way we did at the very beginning. So you look to the right. And we can take that left hand to rest on the heart or on the belly right away. And just allow everything to be here. You are aware of the floor. And that support to just let go. I am held. I am supported. And as you begin to drop in, and you take your next inhale nice and full, notice where it's filling. Pause there, hold the breath, and then release that breath. And maybe you pause at the bottom. That's always a little more challenging. The body wants to breathe. And inhale. And really feel what's filling within you in this simple twist. We change the flow of the breath. Release. And do 1 more full breath in on your own. Rest in the sacred pause. And then mindfully, as you're ready, you'll release the breath. And rest in the sacred pause at the bottom. And then you can breathe normally. Release your left hand out, both palms face down, head to center, and then bring your knees back up. Good. If you have the block between your knees, you release it. Set your feet on the floor. Let's come back to just a little windshield wiper here. Just to release your back. Good. Okay. Nice. And then from here, we'll just heel toe, keep the knees bent, but bring your big toes to touch. So just the edges are touching. And then bring your left knee into your chest. Opposite, interlace your fingers, hug it in. And feel your right foot on the floor, and you're going to press it down and away until you feel your tailbone lift even a little bit. And then exhale, and you can release the tail down with your breath. The left knee might move away. inhale, pull the left knee in, anchor the right foot, little lift of the hips, the tail, and then release. And just do one more. Okay, smile, so it's not so serious. And then release. Okay, then we're gonna cross this left ankle over the right knee. And you can just take your hands to your belly for a moment. Let everything just kind of be here so that the left knee might be dropping away. You might feel an opening through the left side waist or really low into the hip. Just nothing to do, but you're here. Okay, then we're gonna flex the left foot. You might even spread the toes. And as you inhale, you don't need to use your hand, keep your hands on your belly. As you inhale, draw that left knee across your chest so the ankle stays connected to the right knee or right thigh. And as you exhale, you press the left knee away. So it's just moving out and in. So sometimes we do this with the hand on the knee helping, but you know, you can put it there, but you don't need it. So just do this a few times, just feeling the ebb and the flow. Good. And we'll let this be your last one. And we'll just pause. And then we're going to go to thread the needle. So we're going to bring the right thigh into the chest. The hands interlace, you know, behind the right thigh or on top of the right shin. If you're very tight in your hips, you can keep the right foot on the floor and you might be feeling enough of a stretch. So you kind of find wherever you need to be here. So behind the thigh, if you can go deeper, you hold on to the top of the shin. And then just be here. Let your shoulders drop, your jaw drop, release. You know, you're going to start to feel something. So you put your awareness there and you ask yourself, where can I soften? Yes. Take one more breath in. Maybe you pause at the top and exhale. If your hands are not behind the thigh, put them behind the thigh now and straighten the right leg up. And you can push the thigh into the hand a little bit. You can open the left knee like you're pushing the left knee out, like almost like it's a tree pose type of a shape. And be here. So I can feel my sacrum is on the ground. Now it's gonna lift up because I'm gonna release my hands, take them out from behind there, bring the right leg closer to you and see if you can take your hands maybe around the calf or the ankle. So the tail's gonna lift and you're just gonna pull this leg in to your face or wherever it's gonna go. Now, I still have the left foot is a little active. Breathe. And if you'd like to draw your belly in and up and lift your head and chest up and pull this leg package towards you. And then we'll release. You can release your hands. Set the right foot on the floor, uncross. You can stretch your legs out, or if you want to keep them bent and windshield wiper a few times, whatever you want to do to just be in the pause. So you feel your breath and the effects of your pose. Okay, and then we'll do the second side. So adjust your legs, you walk so the big toes are touching. And then we'll bring the right knee in, opposite interlace to whatever you did before with your fingers. Bring this in. And then just feeling the left foot, it's gonna drive it. So plant the left foot, push it down into the floor as you pull the right knee in, and maybe the hips lift a little bit off the floor, just a little bit. And then you can release. Just do that 2 more times, just connecting in. Okay. And then once you've done that, then you'll release your hands and cross ankle over knee. Rest your hands on your belly, your sides of your waist, and like as if you're sleeping. Just be here. Let that knee kind of drop wherever it wants to. And maybe you get a little bit of an opening right into your hip crease. And now take one more breath in. Pause. Release. And then you're going to just activate the right foot. And as you inhale, you bring the right knee in and across your chest. You still keep the ankle and the leg connected. And as you exhale, you press that right knee away. So just move in your own flow, your own ebb. You know, sometimes it's these poses that seem so simple that reveal a lot of potency. You're just feeling in for yourself, even these tiny little places. Let's do one more. And then we'll go to thread the needle. So we'll bring the left thigh in, the hands interlace, maybe opposite interlace behind the thigh or on top of the shin. And grab your strap, whatever you need. And then just be here. So you're dropping in. So as soon as we bring this in, I know I feel it. So I'm pretty sure each one of us feels something. And then you just smile and ask yourself that question, where can I soften? So this new moon we're moving into is in the sign of Cancer, and this is the mother sign. An invitation to mother ourselves. Good. Soften your shoulders, back of your head, your heart. And then you'll take the hands behind the thigh, if they're not there, and straighten the left leg up. But you're going to press that left thigh into your hands, like you're almost moving this package away from you, so that you feel your sacrum, like it was resting on the block, hopefully, maybe comes to the floor. If you need to bend the left leg, I'd say it on the other side, but you know, do that. Good. Nice. And then we'll release the hands. Take them up and over. Maybe grab the shin, the ankle. You pull that in. And then you draw this leg in. As I do that, I really am activating the right leg, the right foot. So it's flexed. I even have my toes are wrapped. You know, it's like almost like I'm lifting the toes up and they're wrapped around the outside of the arm. And then you can stay like this and smile, or you draw your belly and lift your head and chest and pull this in a little tighter. So the breath is constricted, but you're smiling because you're weaving your web. And then release that. Take your hands out, set your feet on the floor, and again, we just rest. So stretch your legs, windshield wiper, or just be. Just feel. Okay, so we're going to come back to the block, and know you can stay on baby bear the whole time, but we're going to go to mama bear. So that blanket you're on, you might move that out of the way, like if that impedes your block at all. So I'm just going to fold mine up and kind of see where you can go. And again, this block goes low. It is like, I'm going to say like right above crack is where your sacrum is. So it's not higher into the back, it's low, right between the hip bones. And once you get onto the block, again, you might, take a gentle windshield wiper, push one knee forward and the other, just kind of find like you're settling in. Now on the second height here, I find it easier, I do that with air quotes, to make circles. So the feet stay on the floor, but the knees are kind of moving in a circle. The hips are moving in a circle. The head might need to be readjusted. So just kind of see, can I circle my knees, my hips? And then once you feel you have that, then reverse after a few rotations. And feel into that. And then just come back to rest. So you walk your feet to a place that is comfortable, adjust your block if it's moved. Find your sweet spot here. And then just drop in. Back of the head heavy, shoulders heavy, jaw soft. Good. So take one full breath in, my friends. Pause at the top. Exhale. Pause at the bottom. And then release your breath to normal. You can heel toe your feet a little closer together. We're going to bring the left knee into your chest. And then you can extend the right leg out. This time, heel might stay on the floor. It's just a counterbalance. Or you can lift the right leg up so it's parallel to the floor. Find a little arch in your back if you can. If this gives you back pain, then keep the right foot on the floor. Breathe here. Smile. I'm going to change legs. Maybe you'll do that in midair. Bring the right knee in, opposite interlace, extend the left leg. Breathe. Good. Okay, now I'm going to bring both knees in. Take your hands and hold either side of the block and extend your legs up to the sky. And if this feels like it's too much, again, maybe you bend your knees and you're just like balancing kind of on the block, or you keep your legs straight. And if you can flex your feet, you get a little bit more stretch, but that's up to you. I'm holding onto the block just so I know it's not going to go anywhere. Pressing my sacrum into the block as well. And at the same time as all of that is happening, I'm smiling, I'm releasing, softening. Okay, if you feel playful here, you can open your legs out in opposite sides, take a wide-legged on the block. And breathe. Extend through your heels. If your legs are shaking, know that is normal. And then we're going to bring the soles of the feet together into a Baddha Konasana in the air. So the soles of the feet come together, the knees are apart. If that feels okay, if it's no good, then just bring the knees together. Good. And then we'll bring the knees together, re-extend the legs up. You're going to flex through your feet, anchor your sacrum into the block. You're going to keep the left leg in the air, lower the right leg parallel to the floor. Then just push out through the heels. Soften your face. And then you'll switch. So you can switch in midair. Right leg up, left leg out. No, you can do this off the block if you need to. Okay, I'm going to change this. Let's switch again. Good. And then from here now with the left leg in the air, right leg out, you're going to cross them. Like the left leg is going to move to the right and the right leg moves to the left. And then we're going to circle. Like it's almost like they're going to go wide and around, and then the right leg comes over and across and the left leg crosses to the right. Like you're drawing, they give a crayon on each of the soles of your feet and you're trying to draw a great big circle. Good. So you can move slow, just explore this space. Be secure in the knowledge that even if you're not doing exactly what I'm doing, you're doing something you probably wouldn't have been doing normally. Okay, and then we're going to end with the right leg up, left leg extended. If you get cracking in your hips, I'm going to tell you that's normal too. Bring the left leg up, and then you'll bend your knees. Now you're going to put your feet on the floor. I'm going to challenge myself, see if I can put them down at the same time. So whatever you do, it's great. Pause here, feel. And then you can lift your hips, come off your block, readjust your blanket underneath you. And then just rest in with your legs extended, knees bent, whatever you need to do. Feel your breath, your presence, and the grounding energy. Good. Okay. So, how quick is an hour? All right, I would like us to come onto the block on the highest height, if that's in your repertoire, and even if it isn't, and you're like, oh, well, I'm gonna give it a try, then I'm gonna tell you how to do it, and if you know it already, then do that. So I walk my feet in towards my hips. I'm gonna lift my hips up. Then I lift the heels so I can come up really high, and I slide that block in under the highest height. If that's not gonna work for you or it doesn't feel good, you tried it, I love that. Or you just know, I love that too. And then we'll just take a few breaths here in upside down. Okay, so you could be on the smallest height too. Let's take a few moments here, the hips lifting, heart above the head, back of the head grounded to the earth. Good. Nice, so we're gonna take 3 more breaths with the feet on the floor. And then after you do 3 breaths here, if you wanna hold on to the block, lift the legs up, do anything we did already. And if you're ready to come off the block and move into Shavasana, that's fine too. Whatever you choose, when you come off the block, take a few moments in the sacred pause to feel what's happened. So if you want to play on the block, love that. And if you're ready to come off and move into Shavasana, then take a few moments just on your back before you start to move and just feel. This is potency. I say these are magic poses. They get us out of our heads and into our bodies. Okay, and then whatever you're doing, if you're gonna set up for Shavasana, take the time to make it nice. If you're still playing, beautiful. I honor you. Find your way. And so as we come into Shavasana, I'm gonna put a blanket down for the back of my head and the back of the shoulders. Oh, I wish I could turn the camera right now so you can see how cute my dog is. She's so cute right now. And then if you have a bolster, feel free to put that bolster underneath your calves or your knees. You want a bolster?
Yeah, sure.
Cover yourself. Okay, so we're going to be resting here for about 8 to 10 minutes. If you're just, still on the block, that's fine too. Okay, so important here to take this pause, take your rest. Shavasana, most important pose we do in yoga. As soon as I get here, I always automatically, I take my hands to my third eye, I kind of rake my forehead, energy into the temples. I might massage the face a little bit, pull on my ears a little bit. And as you come into it, just feeling this grounding, supportive energy from the floor beneath you. I am held. I am supported. I am the flow. I am the ebb. I am the weaver of my web. Oh. Close the door. Staying just as you are. Just consciously scanning your body. Any place you can release more deeply. Where can I soften? Deciding if you're going to stay in Shavasana or if you're going to start to slowly and lovingly, gently awaken yourself. It's by deepening your breath. As you're ready, just moving your ankles, your wrists, your toes, your fingers, and then turning your head side to side a few times. Being in the revolution of your evolution. You can stretch your arms over your head. Maybe you interlace the fingers and give yourself a really nice stretch. You can bend your knees, place your feet maybe on your bolster if you're using it, and then rolling yourself carefully to rest on your right side. I'm just pausing there for 3 breaths. Rising as you feel ready, and just meet in our sacred pause whenever you get here. So as you come to sitting, and we've been down a long time, you might notice the energy in your head feels a little heavier. Just take a few breaths here to invite in this equilibrium to return. If you're seated with me, just take your hands down to the earth, just gently touching the floor with your fingertips or your hands. As you inhale, you can open your arms out and reach right up to the sky, right up to this ascending energy. Bring your hands together and exhale. Release them down in front of your heart as you invite this energy down into grounding, into presence. Rest your thumbs on your heart space. As you inhale, lengthen tall. And exhale, bow your chin to all that you are and all that you bring and all that you're feeling. Just embrace all of that right here. Smile to the effects of your practice and your presence. And as you inhale, you can lengthen, lift your chin. You might keep your eyes closed. You can exhale. And we'll join together in our May We Be Blessed mantra. So, inhale. May we be blessed with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be healthy. And may we be happy. And we'll seal that with one Om together. Inhale. Om Shanti, Om Peace. Bring your thumbs up to your third eye. Inhale, and as you exhale, we're just going to take pranam. So you're just going to bow forward, and you can rest your hands on the floor, maybe slide them out if you can drop down, or just keep them as they are. And then you can rise back up and release your hands in front of your face. Take an inhale, breathe into your hands, catch your breath, open your eyes, and send it out. Yes. And with great love and honoring. I honor you. Deeply, I honor you guys. You know, there's a million other things you could be doing, but you're here. So like, you know I love you. Thank you so much. I hope that was what you needed. And I'll see you on Sunday. Yes, I see you. Okay.